Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Thursday, December 18th, 2025. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, my husband, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Queer God Squad salutes the rebel nuns, a victory for dignity, agency, and holy defiance. The story of three elderly Austrian nuns, Sister Regina, age 86, Sister Rita, age 81, and Sister Bernadette, age 88, who gained global attention as the rebel nuns after fleeing their nursing home and breaking back into their former convent at Goldenstein Castle, has reached a temporary resolution. The octogenarians who had been forcibly removed from the convent against their will defied their superior, Provost Marcus Grassel, who insisted they be placed in a Catholic care facility due to their ailing health and alleged breach of their vows of obedience. The nuns' dramatic return to the convent was aided by supporters and chronicled on social media, where they became instant stars. In response to the global attention, church officials on November 28, 2025, offered the nuns a reprieve, allowing them to stay at Goldenstein until further notice, alongside a provision of 24-hour medical and spiritual care. However, this permission was strictly conditional. The proposal demanded that the sisters immediately cease all social media activity and media contact, dismiss their legal counsel, and agree to relocate if their health deteriorated. We of the Queer God Squad know what it is to fight for dignity and freedom, and we applaud the nuns' rebellious spirit, their exercise of agency, and their demonstration of the tenacity that is possible throughout life. I love this story. I love the story. I actually followed the story. I tripped across it on social media, and so I started following what they were doing. And I so appreciate that they said, you know what? You know, we're going to go out, we're going to explore, we're going to have life. We're really going to have life. And to me, that is what religion should be. It should be about joy and about discovery and about life. But now the man, the powers that be, come back and they say no. So that, you know, not such a happy ending, but boy, I just loved the story when they were out doing what they were doing.
Yeah, I love defiance.
Uh-huh.
Not, you know, not cruel, not mean, not hurting anybody,
no.
but also saying, you know, I'm around a long time. You don't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
And I love that, and it just shows how we need every segment of humanity, every segment of human life. That we sometimes we admire the energy and innovation of youth, so we think old people have nothing to offer. Now, by the way, I'm not talking about me when I'm talking about old. Old is always 15 years older than you. But that we think, oh, we so admire the innovation and energy and just indefatigable attitude toward, you know, life and hope, and we're going to change the world that comes with youth. But there's also the wisdom of experience and seeing the world make 1,000 changes that comes with age. And so I think the best setup is when we have the energy of youth and the wisdom of a life intentionally and well lived for a long time, that it takes it all. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we should dismiss the young whippersnappers as they don't know anything. They, you know, where have they been? Or dismiss the other end as, well, their day is past and they're used up, and, you know, yeah, I'm sure they were great 30 years ago, but today's today. Actually, if we would see the benefits and the brilliance of both, we would do so much better. So, yeah, I'm glad these ladies showed us, okay, I've lived a long time, but that just means that I know a lot of things. And like, I'm going to show you how to bust up out of a nursing home.
Exactly. Yep.
So I love these ladies. God bless them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a whole new meaning to nuns on the run.
There you go.
Yes.
But no, I just admire the story. I appreciate their tenacity, and it shows that a body in motion stays in motion, and they got a lot more motion to keep going and keep doing.
Absolutely.
And also probably setting examples for some folks who may come behind them, like, don't let them do this to you. And I just like the fact that they got to go back to their place.
Yeah.
There's something about going home and your familiar surroundings. And it would not surprise me if the provost was probably one of these nuns' little underlings at some point, and like, how dare you do this to us? Where's my ruler?
Yep.
Oh, I like that. And I also like that I finally got an admission from the bishop that I'm not old yet, based on your 15-year thing. I feel very good about
There's still
that.
half a dozen people older than you on the planet. Like 15 years, so.
I think that's a great thing.
You're fine.
I love the story. I watch TV a lot, and there was a television program on recently where nuns in New York City were fighting the close of their convent. And I sat there and I said, I wonder if any of this could ever be true. And here we go with these nuns on the run. I mean, it's perfect, and it's so interesting that so often changes that happen from the nuns, someplace where it's not supposed to happen, because the nuns are supposed to listen to everything that the men say. These sisters said, watch us.
Yep.
Yeah, the Vatican II and after nuns, different animal than the militant, just preserving the traditions that nuns of pre-Vatican. Vatican II is some of my most amazing professors in seminary were Roman Catholic nuns and priests who were teaching at a Protestant seminary because they were allowed to preach in Catholic seminaries anymore. But yeah, they're pretty amazing. I remember a story. There's another lesson here, I think. I remember a story from maybe the 80s, certainly no later than the 90s, of these nuns in Minnesota. And they were studying them because they somehow all lived to be a million. Like many of them, like more than half, lived into the triple digits. Yeah. And if anyone dropped dead at like 85, they're like, oh my God, what
He
went
was
wrong?
so young.
Yeah,
He was so young.
Foul play.
Yeah.
So, and so they studied them, and some of them, once they did autopsies, they had to get permission, but that was part of the studies that we autopsy when you're gone. Some of them actually had the signs of Alzheimer's. Like their brains show they had Alzheimer's, but they had never displayed the symptoms.
Wow.
That somehow the good parts of their brain just, shuffled everything around and made up for what was damaged, and nobody even knew. And they concluded that it was everyone had something to do. So you see these 99-year-old ladies making rosaries. People cared about you. Like if you couldn't show up on rosary making day, that someone was coming to visit you in your room to make sure you're okay, bring you some food or whatever. So that it was the mutual care. It was something to do. People would miss you if you were gone. Of course, they were praying together every day, so that there was spirituality, there was work, there was community, there was friendship, and that all those things together, because these people didn't share a gene pool, and before they lived together, they didn't share like a diet or exercise plan. They all had lived their lives, but then together, it was the togetherness, the spirituality, the purpose, the mutual concern, that they really thought those things added not only longevity, but as in the case of the brain damage that nobody even knew about, quality of life. So no wonder these nuns wanted to get back home.
Yeah.
That's where that may be why they were all working on 90, because they had lived in this place that was so good for them, because they all in this place of love and care and mutuality and purpose. And to be taken out of it and say, well, here's your room in this sterile medical place. Well, make sure you get your meds.
Yeah.
That's no wonder they want to get back.
No.
And that shows us what is important and what's life-giving. And of course, we can't all live together, but that's what we're meant to be doing in religious churches, synagogues, temples, that we're meant to be forming communities where, because we're together, we're better.
Yeah.
And that's the point of religion, not about the next life, not about what you believe about this, that, or the other thing, but that we're all together in a loving way. And because we're together, we're better.
Indeed.
And that's the day with the Queer God Squad. Next, let's travel together with the Sunshine Cathedral community on a journey unlike any other. From oud to EDM, the unforgettable rhythm of Dubai nights. As the sun melts behind the skyline, the city shifts into a vibrant stage where music, dance, and performance art pulse through open-air venues, rooftop lounges, and heritage districts. From contemporary Arab jazz to Al Serkal Avenue to mesmerizing Tanura shows that spin centuries of Sufi tradition into neon lit choreography every evening is content worthy and irresistibly Instagrammable. Trending now are immersive desert theater nights, storytelling, fire dance, and live oud music beneath a blanket of stars. It's the perfect reminder that Dubai isn't just a destination, it's a mood, a rhythm, an after-dark masterpiece waiting to be explored. If you are traveling on Sunshine Cathedral's Arabian Nights cruise tour, this and more will be awaiting you. More details are available at happening.travel. Sunshine Cathedral has blazed travel trials across the world. Italy and communion in the Vatican catacombs. Egypt and the Great Pyramid. Turkey and Ephesus. Athens and Greek ancient civilizations. The beauty of Alpine Europe and Oktoberfest. But on February 22nd, 2027, the most important and history-making experience ever is coming. Sunshine Cathedral is going to live our mission with Arabian Nights, a cruise tour that explores the Gulf of Arabia. The 14-day trip will enjoy 3 nights in the world's most amazing city of the 21st century, Dubai. You enjoy a 7-night cruise on the Gulf of Arabia on the beautiful Celestial Discovery. Highlights including the Wildlife National Park for a safari at Sirbani Yas Island, explore the mystery of Doha in Qatar, experience the alpine-like mountains of Ras Al Khaimah in the UAE, sail the fjords of Kasab, Oman, then enjoy 2 nights in the United Arab Emirates' capital city of Abu Dhabi. The Bedouins, the deserts, the tallest buildings and most modern architecture in the world await. You can fly on the world's best airline nonstop from Miami to Dubai. Fly Emirates Air. Hosted by Sunshine Cathedral's Bishop Darrell Watkins and Bishop Robert Griffin, this amazing adventure is 14 days from just $1,299, and that includes all government taxes and fees. The cruise line confirms you for just $1. You heard that right. Make your reservations for just $1. And it's affordable for all with an interest-free payment plan of just $99 a month. Join Sunshine Cathedral for a world's first. The magic of the Arabian Nights awaits you.
Before we go, I want to invite you to check out our performing arts series in January 2026.
Award-winning and Billboard charting artist Flamy Grant is a shame-slaying, hip-swaying, singing, songwriting drag queen from Western North Carolina. Both a powerhouse vocalist and an intrepid songwriter, Flamy blends the evocative art of drag with her iconic mix of country, gospel, folk, and roots music.
Flamy is the first drag performer to appear on Christian music charts, reaching #1 on iTunes.
It's no accident that Flamy's drag name is an homage to Amy Grant, the undisputed queen of Christian music and 90s chart-topping pop artist. Much of Flamy's music centers on the queer spiritual journey, telling stories of resilience and recovery from religious trauma in a world where LGBTQ+ people are frequently ignored by, harmed in, or ejected from religious spaces. She's here on January 9th, and tickets can be secured at sunshinecathedral.org/arts.
Also in January, we will enjoy the antics of actor, singer, comic, drag artist Varla Jean on January 24th. Then, on January 30th, Miss Richfield 1981 will bring her offbeat brand of hilarity to South Florida. Both Varla Jean and Miss Richfield are big draws and crowd favorites here in South Florida. And finally, in January, on January 31st, the beautiful voice and charming style of Ann Steele is back. Lesbians love her, gay men adore her, and all music lovers recognize her as an engaging musical performer. Information about these performances and performers, as well tickets to their shows, can be found at sunshinecathedral.org/arts.
And remember the Cathedral Pub. The Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts offers the Cathedral Pub experience. The Cathedral Pub offers performance attendees an inviting space to gather and connect with friends prior to the show, or a place to be while waiting for the doors to open. Guests may enjoy live music, beverages, and appetizers in a comfortable meet and greet environment while they await the start of their performance. On show nights, the Cathedral Pub opens 1 hour before each performance and closes 15 minutes before it starts. Entry to the Cathedral Pub requires a separate purchase for your seat seating ticket, and that link can be found on the seat selection page. Be sure to purchase before checking out. There is a limited number of people who can get pub passes, so don't delay.
And join us if you can for Christmas Eve services at Sunshine Cathedral, December 24th at 7 p.m. or 9 p.m.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Please like and share this and other episodes of the Queer God Squad.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.